involved?
Yes. It was actually the BPI Awards that we went to collect an award, and Geldof was a few tables away and came over and said, how about doing this thing? And he said, we're going to have this and this and this and this. And we said, oh, yeah, I'm sure, you know, thinking that it was an almost impossible thing to get together. But we said, yeah, we'd be interested. And then a bit later on, he rang up and said, look, Brian, I have to have a commitment, you know. And so we sort of talked about it a bit more. And it seemed like we were all very keen to do it, you know.
Is that because you support the cause and want to do your bit, or because it's such a unique rock event that you can't afford to miss out in a way?
Good question.
Good question.
To answer that, honestly, it's a bit of both.
Yeah, that's kind of a set-up question, little gee. Like, he try, like, you can't be like, oh, I just wanted to. You can't be like, oh, I just want to be part of the rock concert. Like, you can't say that. Even if it was the case, you can't say that. That's kind of a setup. But nah.
Actually, because I think it is a very good cause, and initially I think we would have liked to have taken part in the Band Aid single, but I think we were in separate parts of the globe. And so the second bash at it was this thing, and also the fact that some of the biggest and best-known groups around the world are taking part. Why not us? So I think it makes me personally proud to sort of be part of it, actually.
Is it
See Freddie Mercury without smoking a cigarette in the interview is crazy to me. I'm sorry. I've been like binge watching Freddie Mercury interviews, and he smokes a lot.
difficult to choose numbers for a 20-minute set? Do you find you
my
have to stick
bad.
to your
Never
best
mind.
known numbers?
Yes, we've just been talking about that. It is pretty hard to make the choice. You have
Yes,
to be
we
very
don't really know
concise.
quite what to do, you know, whether to play the hits or to try and do something new. But I think in 20 minutes, really, we've got to play things that people know and will recognise, you know, in Turkey or wherever they're watching, maybe. Hopefully.
So we're still squabbling over that fact. That's what he's trying to say, yeah.
You're known for the spectacle of your live performances, for the backdrops and the expansive lighting rigs. Is it going to be difficult to cope with the sort of sparsity of Wembley?
Well, it all comes down to if you can play or not, really, which is nice, really, in a way, because I think there's probably an element of people who think that groups like us can't do it without the extravagant backdrop, but we'll see, you know. We're perfectly happy, you know. I think it's going to be a good chance to just play some honest-to-goodness music, you know.
If you were watching Queen by this point, which has been at least 10 years, and you think that they need a backdrop to play, I don't know what you've been watching.
13 years, do you still get excited about this sort of live performance?
This one especially,
This
yes.
is great, yeah.
Yes. We still like to play and fool around.
And what about the number that you two are going to be performing towards the end, towards the finale? What's the story behind that?
Well, actually, it seems that it looks as if we actually wrote it for this occasion, but we didn't actually. It was done a long time before that. It seems to fit the bill, actually, so I think they opted out and said, well, why don't the two of us... Because, I mean, during a Queen show, it's just the two of us that actually play, and Roger and John actually go and have a drink or something. But so we weren't really going to do that one, but it seems to be very sort of a part of the show. It's very meaningful, and so we're going to do it.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Oh, you tell them.
It came about when we'd almost finished recording the album The Works, actually. And we'd been throwing stuff off because there wasn't room for it. And in the end, we threw off so much that we said, there's a little hole here, it just needs something. And actually, Mac, who was producing us, said, well, why don't you do something really simple? You know, just write a song. And Freddie and I were there late one night, and we just came up with this thing. It was very quick. And we just had this particular thing in mind, you know, the whole business of Africa was in our minds. And that's the way it came out. There's nothing very...
The lyrics of the song say it all, really, so I think basically rather than sort of go into great depth about what it's all about, I think if you just hear the song or read the lyrics, I think you'll get the idea of it.
We've got to wait and see.
It's a lovely tune, lovely tune.
You always buy the album.
Always buy another one.
No, Saturday is meant to be all for a good cause, and there aren't meant to be any egos involved. But
No egos at all, no.
But are so many superstars going to find it difficult in each other's sort of personal spaces?
Totally impossible.
Should be
It's
hilarious,
gonna be
actually.
chaos.
I think it's going to be chaotic, yes. It has to be. I mean, we're not all wonderfully well-behaved kids, are we? It was just, but that's going to sort of actually be the nice part of it. Actually, there'll be lots of friction and we're all going to try and outdo each other, I guess. And Well, we're just going to go there and play.
That's right. I mean, you want to give something special, really, because that's what it's about, you know, not the regular thing. So everybody's going to be out there giving their best, and that's what it's about.
This is right before We Are the World, so it's like once you watch the We Are the World doc, but you can watch on YouTube. I clipped up a little bit and Patreon, just to see like one night all your big stars: Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Dionne Warwick, Diana Ross, like all the big stars, right? All in one room. Lionel Richie, Bruce Springsteen, like everybody trying to behave, but yet they're all trying to mingle with each other because they all are fans of each other and haven't talked to each other or whatever. So imagine that, but now backstage. And now people got to individually perform. Like, I can only imagine how crazy backstage at Live Aid was. That had to be insane.
Money for those people. That's, as Geldof says, that's what it comes down to, you know. We can all have a great time, and I think we will, but it comes down to the fact that it's going to make tons of money. And for a change, the money's going to go to the right place.
It's
I'm
not
looking
about
forward to
battling for
Saturday.
headlines.
Thanks very much indeed. That's brilliant.
Great.
Thank you.
All over the country this week, in vacant recording studios and empty theatres, some of the world's rock superstars have been getting their act together for Saturday's Bonanza. Each band has about 20 minutes on the Wembley stage, but for some it's going to be a real shock to perform live again. It really is a gathering of the rock world elite, and already rehearsing in here are some of rock and roll's royalty.
That haircut, by the way, is so 90s. Like, that's crazy. Like, hey, I can't judge for the style, like what it was back in the day, but that style is, that's something. Hey. Come on. Come on, Brian. Oh, they said F that. We going right to the next one, bro. This don't sound like a rehearsal at all. This sound like a real, like, Queen's rehearsals sound better than people's real performances, concert performances, bro. But I just can't get over how much courage not only Queen the band had, and how much they, if you watch the movie Bohemian Rhapsody or watch any interviews and documentaries, like how much they rallied behind Freddie, even after everything that happened, you know, with Freddie going solo and all that. But they came back together because they were a family. They truly were brothers. And the courage of Freddie to already know here that he has a diagnosis that he might not be able to continue on from, but he never shows it. He perseveres on, and just does him, like it just makes you appreciate this performance more. Like it's just like, damn, man. But yeah, let's go. I want to hear that transition. That transition is crazy. Hold on. Come on, cameraman. What's going on? Oh my God. What's so funny about this whole performance is if you watch the movie and I don't know, maybe it just if you watch the movie, it make it feel like Queen weren't together for like a decade. Like they just did an album the year prior with The Works. Like they just did an album. Like they were together. And I'm still confused on if they actually broke up or not because the way the movie sets it up, it's like they broke up and then they came back together. So I don't know if that was just the movie making drama or if that was true or not. But they literally were just together. This is like if Michael Jackson, after kind of the same way Michael Jackson, the Victory Tour, like the way the movie set up American Dream was like they weren't together for years and they came back with the Victory Tour. Like, nigga, they just toured 2 years ago. Like, they just did the Triumph Tour. They've been together for years. Like, the way the movie American Dream set it up, like, these brothers ain't been together for a while. And, like, we just toured. Like, so, again, just, that's why you got to do your own research. Don't rely on movies to tell you the story. Like, you got to really do your research. But, I don't know, I just find it funny, like, these guys, like, oh my God, they're gonna have chemistry, and they're gonna like we were just together last year. I'm sorry, my bad. Radio, I hear it. Radio Gaga, Radio Goo Goo, Radio. Radio Goo Goo, Radio Gaga. All we hear is Radio Gaga, Radio Gaga. Radio was new. Someone still loves you. Oh, David Bowie, The Who, Ellen, I know Ellen John. I'm not familiar with The Who like that. Or David Bowie for real. I know Ellen John could follow that. And Paul McCartney, even though he only did one song. So are there any other great performances from Live Aid outside of Queen? Like, I'm seeing here Led Zeppelin was here, Elton John was here, Phil Collins was here, Sting was here, U2 was here, David Bowie, The Who. Were there no women here? Where are the women at? Sade was here. Ah, okay. Damn, she like the only woman there? That's kind of wild. Like, it's kind of crazy. I didn't know Sade was at that level back then. Anywho, yeah, what other performances people talk about at Live Aid? Are there any? Let me know. So that was the Rehearsal by Queen, 1985, a couple days before, July 10th, 1985, a couple days before their Live Aid performance on July 13th, which the whole Live Aid benefit concert was to help the famished in Africa, raise funds for that. So we're just a couple days for the 4th anniversary of that, which we will do a live reaction, or do a reaction to that again. This time being a way bigger Queen fan, this is going to be even more enjoyable for me. So just get ready for that, because who knows what I would be. This is the space I would be in when I actually react to that performance. I haven't seen it in a very, very, very long time. So get ready for that. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share all the things of the things. Ain't gotta go home. Do gotta get a step in. Peace.
Is not in her. She's a